Hello, hi, very good evening. Good to see you. Hearty welcome. Hello, Mr. Paul. Hi, Irfan. Hi, Sneha, Akash, Vamshi, Deepti, Sita. Hello, very good evening. Very good evening. Hi, Sarvana. Good. Good to see you all. Hearty welcome. Yeah, please like and share the video. Let's create more jobs. Let's create more jobs. They say, thou shall not murder. But I want to murder poverty. We want to kill unemployment. They say you shall not kill. But we want to kill unemployment and poverty. Somebody who is hardworking, somebody who is always learning, somebody who is always willing to go that extra mile to be responsible in life towards their family, towards the organization that they are working for. We want to kill poverty and unemployment in their lives. If you are one of them, please join us. Let's do it together. Hi Sulba. Hi Lydia. Hi Shahid. Good to see you. Good to see you. Right. We are there on both the platforms, Facebook and YouTube. Yeah, Vasanti. Hi Vasanti. Vasanti has typed on YouTube. Hi Vasanti. Good to see you. Hi Venkat. Very good evening. Okay. Just go through this slide for a moment. I'll tell you what it is. We have been seeing, so many people without jobs. Without jobs. I mean, especially recruiters and people in the HR also. Many people have been fired and many people are without jobs. We have some HR people also doing EA. That is a different story. But here, people who have started recruitment business or who are working in recruitment companies, if you are aware, I'm sure you must be aware that currently the hiring is on for the US tax season. I mean, almost all the big fours, US MNCs, they are hiring for US tax season. And when I say US tax season, they are hiring for individual taxes, business taxes, property tax, payroll tax, sales and use tax. So it's not just your 1040 I'm talking about. No. Okay. Then there's 5471, 5472. There are so many things. Okay. So one good news to all you people is I want to create an employment opportunity, an earning opportunity for you. I'm talking to the recruiters or the recruitment companies because you know that there are so many job openings now. And we are getting wonderful response by the grace of God and by the love of family and the support of our students and also the organizational leaders. But still, we want to kill this unemployment as much as possible and eradicate poverty to the best possible that we can. And we all know that without sowing a seed, we cannot reap a harvest, right? We cannot eat the fruit without sowing a seed. So let's understand the theory of sowing and reaping. Okay, so that's very important that we understand the theory of sowing and reaping. Now, as somebody who is in the US recruitment, or who is in HR or working as a freelancer or something, you're out of job, or if you're working as a freelancer, or if you're really running a recruitment company and you're struggling, here is an opportunity for you. You must have seen so many people who are unemployed, even MBAs. They are struggling to earn even 20,000 rupees per month, right? So why not make them enrolled agents? They can study, even the very education, the very knowledge of that will get you jobs right in Hyderabad. I mean, right in India. I mean, just go to naukri.com, type USA taxation, and then select the location. You will see thousands of jobs thousands of jobs that is available in each location. Okay, so now is the time. Let's get started. The tax season work will start from January. Of course, the EA exams are in February, but for those of you who are very desperate to get get started in the job, I would encourage you to do EA. I keep telling that always, but we see that there are so many consulting companies, who are struggling. They are really working hard to help people, but because of so many scams that is happening, it is difficult to, trust some consulting companies also. Like some, they take money and they promise jobs, which I always say no to it. It is your talent that should get you a job. It is your hard work. It is your merit that should get you a job. So, and this US taxation doesn't go by bribery or all those gimmicks. Okay, so it is very plain and it is very clear. Okay, so if you are somebody in recruitment, because of the connects that you have, because of the contacts that you have, as I mentioned there, your WhatsApp, your Facebook, your Insta, your LinkedIn. I mean, find out, there are so many people without jobs and whose data you may be having already. So you can help these people. You can help these people to get the job. And as you are helping these people, study for EA, because we also offer placement opportunities. I want to create earning opportunity for you. For every one student that you refer, you get 5,000, and in case you go up to 4 students, it comes 50,000. Now, in case you are referring more than 4 students, for every additional student, you will be paid 10,000 rupees. Okay. So if you want to know more details about this, please WhatsApp 994-957-9091 or send an email to ea@ileadtax.com. I'll be happy to give you more details on that. Okay. So this is just a platform, an opportunity that I am trying to create, because we are getting so many inquiries, and our vision is to create at least 500 enrolled agents. So we want you to be part of our vision. Let's create employment. For 331 million US population, the enrolled agents are hardly 55,000, and the CPAs are hardly some 656,000. It's like 656,000. So all put together, it is some 700,000. That's all. Not even 1 million for 331 million population. Now I leave it to your calculator to decide what is the percentage, right? So not even 1%. Not even 1%. So that is like a very pathetic percentage, right? So let's increase that number. And when I talk about EA, many people are not aware of it. I just wonder, why people never spoke about EA when it is so powerful, when it is a license, when it qualifies somebody to get into tax practice, get into employment, or get into teaching profession like us. They can be part of our research team, our KM team, work with our LLC team. There are so many things that you can do as a EA. I just wonder why this was hidden in darkness. Maybe God gave us the privilege to bring it forth to the youth of this nation, so that we can eradicate poverty and unemployment to a greater extent. One thing that excites me, whether you do EA from anywhere, across the nation or wherever, for a fresher also they pay starting like 5 lakhs. So that is something that it really amazes me, and it's not tough like CA. Of course, we should not compare any course, but I'm just saying, because we have seen, many CA dropouts. Today also, before I came live, I was talking to one of the students. His mother was just in tears. His son has been a dropout in CA many times, and she couldn't withstand it. But the son wants to do really something good in life. Of course, the examination is tough. Maybe the poor boy is not able to do it well, but EA is easy, my friend. If CA is 13% pass percentage, EA is 71% pass percentage, right? So not everybody needs to be a chartered accountant. Not everybody needs to be a CPA. There is room open for EA also. And there are many people who are survived, who have succeeded without EA also in the USA taxation. Okay. Now, because the world is becoming competitive. As I always say, when there is scarcity, it is always quality that dominates. I repeat, when there is scarcity, it is always quality that dominates. Okay. Many experienced people are being fired from the company. Now they say, I've been with the company for so long, but what is that value that you're adding to the company? Is your boss happy with you? Is your team happy with you? Are your clients happy with you? I mean, I know that we cannot keep everybody happy, and the non-performing assets will move from the company one day or the another, right? Despite of many rebukes or humble corrections, if they are not mending their ways, I'm sure they are going to be out of the company someday or the other. But if you are somebody who is constantly upgrading yourself, learning new things, I mean, no boss would fire such type of an employee. Right. I think you got the message, right? Anyways, I have spoken so much about EA. So I don't have much to say. In case you have any questions about EA, please ping in YouTube and this Facebook. We will be happy to help you. Okay. So the critics who are watching also, I will reply to you one by one. Okay. So we are on a greater part of a mission. If you feel that you can do a better job than us, we are always grateful to God. Somebody, AJ, he has pinged us. American taxpayers did. Okay, fine. So be it. We are always grateful to God. If we are really existing at this moment, if we are able to breathe this moment, we are just by the existence of God. Okay. So I am somebody who is always grateful to God. So if it is taxpayers or whether it is student or family, nothing happens without the will of God. If the clients have come, if we have got big corporate accounts, if we are serving companies like Infosys and HCL as their official recommended tax partners, it is all by the grace of God, right? So it all depends. Fine. Anyways, so please keep typing your questions. I will take it up at the end. And our intention is to create awareness about EA. And if you are somebody in the recruitment industry and you want to make some additional income, iLead is here to help you. Get the students enrolled and make that extra additional income. So I call it as EA income. Okay, fine. So we are here for our students also. So hearty welcome, dear students. And for those of you who have just joined, for this, I'm here to guide you. Okay, it's a crash course, but it's a cash course. Okay. Fine. Gaurav Daswani has asked a question. Okay, when can we schedule EA exam in India next? It's in February. Are the Prometric centers open for EA exams in India? Yes, it is there. But you need to hurry up and book your slot soon, right? So, hi Vikrant, hi Mahesh, hi Gaurav, hi Santosh, hi Jayashree, hi Alex, hi Pandu, hi Prabhat. Good to see you, Prabhat. Okay, thanks for replying, Alex. So that's on the Facebook and on the YouTube. Okay, Amrita Shah. Hi Sangani Raju. Hi Venkat Reddy. Hi Vasanti. Okay, AJ, I clarified you. Okay, let's stay grateful to God. Fine. Amrita Shah. Sir, many of them told me EAs are not given more opportunities if they get CPAs. Is it so? Sima, it depends on the company that you're working for. It depends on the company that you're working for. Okay. CPAs, obviously, they have a higher stand over EAs. Right, absolutely, because they can do accounting and they can also do taxes. But the thing about EA is that when it comes to taxation, he has unlimited practice rights in all 50 states, whereas CPA, he has only in that particular state. So it is not that, and there are many CPAs. I mean, if you are working in Big Four, you should know there are many CPAs and EAs also who report to professionals or experienced wise people who are not even EA or CPA. And in some companies, the CPAs also report to EAs. So it's just a matter of time. The experience, the excellence that you get, that is what takes you to the next level. Okay, so let's not forget, let's not get into that who is great types. Okay, now kya hai? CPA 4 papers, MCQs, and then you have simulation and all. Now in EA, only 3 papers, no simulation, no travel to US, everything you can do right from India. I mean, if you're somebody in Hyderabad, you can do it right from here. And if you're somebody in Mumbai, right from Mumbai, New Delhi, right? New Delhi and then Bangalore. So, so don't worry much about it. Just do it. Just do it. It's a license. It's not a qualification or it's not a training certificate from iLead. We are just a facilitator. People say that we teach well, we explain well, and we are the only people across the planet who teach US taxation for 150 hours. Because I am from CA background, the way we study is, we write notes, we underline, we highlight. I mean, the Indian style of studying. So that's how we study. So, and when you write something, it gets registered in your subconscious mind for a longer time. The chances of forgetting it is very, very less. So, it is very important that we write always. That's why I say in the classes also, whenever you're meeting some important person, make notes. Earlier days, there used to be shorthand. Now we have all short phones, So we should make minutes. So that's always important. So we teach it for 150 hours with class notes, then MCQs, then study guide. And the best part is we do the revision classes also, which nobody does. Anyway, this is not something that we are boasting about us. We are just trying to ease. How much ever we do, again, the student also has to do his best. So I think from a faculty standpoint, from a mentoring or a coaching standpoint, we are doing our best, and we are always open for feedback on how to make things, much more effective. Fine. So please don't carry any such misapprehensions. Whether you want to do CPA, CA, EA, anything, do it with all your heart, mind, and soul. May God be with you. Right? And if you are doing EA, we will be with you. Okay. Ankit Agarwal, when is part 1 class starting? It started, it over also. Now, because the syllabus is the same, we are giving the recorded links only. And in case you have any doubts, once you enroll also, you can WhatsApp to that number, or we can get on a Skype call, something like this, or a Zoom call, something like this. We come live every week. So we are always there, right? You should be just passionate. And you should just have a system, I mean a laptop or a computer at home with a proper internet that you can get started. Make notes, study, practice the MCQs, appear for the examination. Book the slots soon, because again, if the slots get over, that may be a difficult situation, right? So do very well, we are with you. Fine. So yeah, welcome Amrita. Good. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, thank you Ankit. Thank you. I'm glad you liked our classes. Yeah. Hi Sai Shravan, hi Vasuja. Okay, fine. We will get started. Okay, let's not waste much time. Let's get quickly into today tax session with the questions. With the questions, okay. And I'll take up the questions, as and when it comes. Okay, we are the only ones who also teach you real-time tax preparation. So if you know of somebody who teach like this, normally this happens at the workplace only. So they teach at the work, in the office only. But we go that extra mile and we teach the students this also. This is going to be separate other than the EA. And not only that, we also teach on business taxation. So people who do not want or who cannot afford complete training now, they can take the business taxation plus the real-time preparation, or individual taxation with real-time preparation. In individual taxation, we will be teaching these forms 1040, 1040 NR, and then state taxes. And coming to business taxation, we will be teaching 1065, that is partnership returns. 1120 is like C corporation. Then 1120S is like S corporation. So this is what we will be teaching. Now, today we are going to solve some questions from part 2 and part 3. Part 2 we will be doing on business taxation, trusts and estates, and then part 3 we'll be doing it on representation, tax preparers, penalties. So this Tuesday and Thursday, it happens interchangeably. So sometimes I come on LLC, sometimes I come on Academy, but T days are tax days. Okay, say it. T days are tax days. So please be with us on a T day. Yeah. So let's take up the questions on part 2. Okay, before we get started on part 2, I think we have another question from Amrita. Okay, what about job opportunities in Mumbai? Are there enough jobs? Yes, ma'am. There are more than 3,000 jobs in Mumbai on USA taxation. That's what Naukri.com says, right? So you can please go and check for yourself. Now, depending on the experience and the education and the companies that you have worked for, you will be rewarded accordingly. Maybe you can just go to payscale.com and just check for yourself if you were an enrolled agent and if you had so many years of experience, what is the pay you must be expecting, right? And they'll be guiding you. Okay, fine. Let's get started. Take up the first question. Remember, in the examination, you have only 2.1 minutes. Okay, only 2 minutes. So Maggie minutes. So you got to crack this exam, crack each question just in 2 minutes. You cannot be taking much time, right? I don't know, I'm not able to appear on the screen. Anyways, I will give you the explanation for this, okay? But for some reasons, I'm not able to appear on the screen, so please bear with me on this. Yeah. For those of you who have just joined, you got to go to menti.com on the phone. On the phone, go to menti.com, type the code 9416018. Yeah. Right. 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 See, normally the income tax liability of an estate attaches to the assets of the estate. It is attached to the assets of the estate. So if the income is distributed or must be distributed during the current tax year, the income is reported by each beneficiary on his individual income tax return. I believe that is clear. Okay. Now, if the income does not have to be distributed and is not distributed, or if it is like retained by the estate, then the income tax on the income is payable by the estate. Now, in this case, it says the executor made a distribution prior to paying the estate's income tax liability. It is prior. So, if the income is distributed later without payment of taxes due, the beneficiary can be held liable for tax due, and he will be held responsible only to the extent of the value of the estate assets he has received. Getting it? Let's read the question again. The executor made a distribution of 100% of estate's assets prior to paying the estate's income tax liability. Now, let's look at the options here. It says can be held liable for the payment only if they are related person. No. Then, can be fully liable for the payment? No. Cannot be held liable for the payment? No. Now, the answer here is D. He can be held liable for the payment only to the extent of value of the estate assets received. It's okay. I think none of them answered it right. That's absolutely fine. It means that you're actively participating and you're able to think. Okay. So, even in the examination also, when you have answered some question and you're not sure about it, that's okay. Okay, say 100 questions are there in the examination, but only 85 questions are valued. 15 are just experimental questions. Okay, so you need not break your heads on that. Just believe God, believe in yourself, and keep going. Right. So that's the first thing, and the right answer is the last one. Can be held liable for payment only to the extent of the value of the estate assets received. Next, let's take a look at the second question. Now, this is a very easy question. An estate is allowed an exemption deduction of how much? It's a straight number based question. So the answer is pretty straight here. Okay, don't refer your notes. Okay, see, for an estate, the exemption reduction is $600. Even if it is the first return of an estate, even if it is for a period of 12 months, the exemption reduction is $600. Remember that. Yeah, yeah, yes, $600. Yeah, A is the right answer. And always before the examination, I think even during the class, I give you the list of publication and all, then the forms. Now, in your own interest, just try to make a table wherein you can have all these deductions, credits and all listed. It will help you, right? Or we can try to do that in the revision classes. let's take up the next question. Those who have answered this question, they can go on their own to the next question. They can do it on their own. Yeah. It's a question on distributable net income. Okay. See, in this question is saying the computation of distributable net income of a trust takes into account which of the following items. What is distributable net income? It is the estate's income that is available for distribution, right? It is the estate's income that is available for distribution. So the point here is income. Okay. Now you see the options here: income, distribution, deduction. Now how can this deduction be part of the income? No. Next, tax exempt interest. Okay. Yeah, it is tax exempt interest, but still it is included in calculation of income. Okay. So let's consider it as one of the right answers. Now, exemption deduction. Now again, this is a word deduction. Okay. So it should be eliminated. And the next one, all of the answers. No. No. Alright. So the right answer here is tax exempt interest. Tax exempt interest. And there are two extremes, income and deduction. Both are two extremes. So let's not combine both, right? Fine. Chalo, let's take up the next question. Question number 4. Yeah. The fiduciary of a domestic trust must file Form 1041 if, when? Only 2 minutes you have. Okay, let's review the question. The fiduciary of a domestic trust must file Form 1041 when, if it has gross income of $300 or more. No, the gross income must be $600. It must be $600 or more. Then, regardless of whether it has taxable income or not. No, it cannot be like that. It should have taxable income. There is no need to file the tax return if it does not have the taxable income. They should file the return if it has any taxable income, and not only that, if the gross income is like 600 or more. Next one, it says only if it has more than one beneficiary. No, if it has a beneficiary who is a non-resident alien. Now in individual taxation, we have learned who is a resident alien, non-resident alien. The same definition applies here also. It's going to be the same. Now last one, it says if it has any taxable income for the tax year. Obviously, if it has any taxable income, or if it has any gross income more than $600 or more, or if it has a beneficiary who is a non-resident alien, in any of these three situations, the fiduciary must file a form 1041. Fine. Let's take up the last question in part 2. Okay. Okay. See, one thing that we should know about Form 1041 is that it has its own tax rate schedule. It has its own tax rate schedule. It cannot use, the tax table that is applicable for the individuals. It has its own tax rate schedule, right? So let's look at the options here. It says regarding estates paying estimated tax payments, which of the following is true? Okay, this is what it says. In figuring the estate's taxes, the tax table that applies to individuals is used. No. However, okay, now next one. This looks like close to it. Estates with tax years ending 2 or more years after the date of decedent's death must pay estimated tax in same manner as individuals. This is absolutely true. Estates with 2 years, ending 2 or more years after the date of decedent's death, they must pay estimated tax in the same manner. In fact, in case they owe in case they have paid at least 90% of the tax, the same thing, how we do it in the individual taxes, 90% of the previous year tax, then 100% of the current year tax, right, 90% of the current year tax, 100% of the previous year tax, then, no estimated taxes need to be paid. They can pay, when they are filing the tax return itself directly. But in case they want to pay any estimated taxes after that 2 years, then the tax rate that is applicable to the individuals will apply to them. So currently it looks like second one is the right answer, but let's see option 3 and 4 also. Right. Now, option 3 and 4, it says generally estates do not pay estimated tax. No way. Nobody selected it. Very good. Now, generally, estimated tax must be paid if the estate is expected to owe after subtracting any withholding and rates at least $600. No, not necessarily. If they owe more than $1,000, just like how we have estimated taxes also. When it is more than $1,000, the same thing applies here also, right? So it is not that $600, it will be $1,000. So looks like in all those 4 options, second one is the right answer, and I think majority have answered it right. Good, good, good. Yeah, even if you are not able to answer the questions right, please do not be disheartened. It is absolutely fine, and all that is part of life. We just have to learn and keep upgrading ourselves. Okay, fine. So let's get into part 3 now. Part 3 deals with representation. And people who have just joined in, he has 3 papers, right? I think the people who are watching it, they themselves will start typing now. Part 1, part 2, and part 3, right? Part 1 talks about individual taxation, like me. Part 2 talks about business taxation. So it is, let's say, okay, this way. It's about iLead. Okay. Now part 3 talks about representation. In case we receive any audit or query from IRS or State Department, how do we represent the client? That is what is representation. Okay. They say, right, a friend in need is a friend indeed, right? So So EA is somebody, who will be in that time of need. Fine. So let's take up this question. The first question. All the very best. Part 3 is very easy. So people who are attempting February, working professionals, and only if you are very busy, Babu, Amma, very busy, very busy only, you please write 2 parts. Very busy, no time to study, or you have something very important in the family or workplace going on, only then 2 papers, or else please write all the 3 papers. Just finish it off. Khatam kar do yaar. You have one license, It'll be very good and you will feel so good about yourself. Both acha lagta. Then you do CPA or some other course, CMI. If you are in property tax, take up CMI. Or if you are in payroll, do CPP. Keep learning. This is like very quick, very easy, right? So complete it off, please. Okay, let's come back. Sharon has completed filing a client's tax return but did not provide the client with a copy of the return. What is the amount of penalty Sharon must be assessed? Okay, this is a very easy question. Yes, as many people have selected it right, it is going to be $50. And the maximum penalty that one can be penalized, any guesses? Maximum penalty that one can be penalized, right? $26,500. Just remember that. So that's why it is very important that when you are giving the client, you have to make sure that you give the client a copy of the tax return, or else you will unnecessarily have to pay that penalty also. So it's very important. Let's take up the next question. How long should a return preparer retain copies from the date of filing the return and preparing Form 8867, Paid Preparer's Due Diligence Checklist? How long? Yeah, I think many people have answered it right. Many people have answered it right. Yeah. CA has 3 papers. 1, 2, and 3. So remember that acronym 3. 3 years. Remember that acronym 3. 3 years. Okay, so that's the right answer. Fine. Let's take up the last question. What penalty will be assessed on the tax preparer for cashing a client's refund check? See, cashing the client's refund check itself is a crime, okay? So you're not supposed to do that. And anyways, as the people have given the right answer, it is $530. Now, that $530 is not, so let's say, you're serving 1,000 clients and you charge them like $100 each. So you made $100,000 revenue. Now, the fees you collected is $100, but the penalty that you will be paying is $530. Now, in case you are doing something like that, you have to at least make sure that the refund check is of more value. Just kidding. So, anyways, the right answer here is $530. Okay. So That's it, guys. Good. Very nice. Very wonderfully participated. Please go and review the questions once again. And all the people who are working in big fours, US MNCs, you must be knowing that, it's high time that you should get a qualification for yourself. And EA is a very quick way, and you know how things are today. Without uh, the EA license or the CPA qualification, it becomes very difficult. So if you are somebody in Big Four or US MNC, I encourage you to become an enrolled agent or a CPA. CPA is going to be a little longer for you, and for those of you who are from lower middle class families or middle class family, it may be a little expensive for you, but this is something you can do it in a lakh or less than that, so that there is no lack. In fact, it is less than a lakh. So to overcome the lack in your life, right? So I wish you all the very best. Please go ahead and do something good. Okay, the evil poverty, you should kill it by doing something good, and all this you can do it right from your home. Not to reiterate every now and then, but still I would love to do that. So it's a license from the US Department of Treasury. You will be a licensed tax expert. Only 3 papers are there, 85 MCQs, 71% pass rate, and you can represent your clients like a CPA or an attorney, and in all 50 states. And it's a wonderful thing that you can invest in yourself. Today the phone that we use itself is like 50,000 or 1 lakh. Many students who come to me with their parents, I mean, when they are talking, the very gadget that they have brought, which is like replaceable in less than 3 years. The phone also, they don't use it for 3 years also, which is something that is replaceable in less than 3 years. They have invested almost like 50,000 to 1 lakh. Why not invest on yourself, on your career, right? So don't miss out on this opportunity. You can study right from home. There are so many thousands of jobs that is available. This is just from one job site. I'm sure the numbers have increased now because the US tax season is begun, and it's a wonderful salary that you can look for as an enrolled agent. So wherever you want to study, we leave it to you. But we have students, not only from India but also from USA, Canada, Singapore, Middle East, especially in Dubai and Bahrain, Muscat. We have very good students, because there, there's so much importance that is given to accounting professionals. People have already learned QuickBooks and they have made a decent living there. Now they want to upgrade themselves, so EA is something that is really helping them. So I wish you all the very best, and I think I have given you all the information that is needed, to get started with the EA thing. And if there is anything that you still need from our end, please feel free to contact us, right? Please do not waste your time. As I say always, do not waste your time. If we are still alive, healthy, and doing something good in our lives despite the current pandemic, I think God has been gracious to us, or there is some supreme power who has been really gracious to us, and I think we have a purpose, right? I love the book, The Purpose Driven Life. So give it a read, or at least read the book summary on YouTube. The Purpose Driven Life by Rick Warren. We all have a purpose, whatever be the area. I encourage you to do something good for yourself, for your family, for your team, for your company, for your clients, and be a blessing, right? I mean, this is what we do, US taxation, and it works for us, and it helps our students a lot. With the knowledge, many people, they are doing very good at their workplace. I keep getting, so many messages. I mean, Amrita sent me a message the other day, Anjana. I mean, there are so many people who keep sending us messages, our students, Geeta from Mumbai. They have been in the US tax industry for 5 years, 7 years, 12 years. Somebody has been more senior than me also in the US taxation. Now they are doing EA because they need a license, a certification. So don't stop learning. If not EA, do something good for yourself. But please keep updating yourself, because I always say in the class also, learning breeds earning. What is that? Learning breeds earning, and leaders are readers. You got to keep reading. You got to keep reading something or the other. Spend at least an hour a day, right? So it'll do you so much good. Fine. Hi, Mercy. Hi, Yamuna. Hi, Roja Butti. Hi, Praveen. Hi, Pandu Karma. Hi, Pandu. Pandu Kurma. I don't know. Hi, Prasad. Good to see you. Fine, fine, fine. So, Gaurav Daswani, I think I have answered your question. Right, the exams are right in India, and it's in February. Hi, Akash. Good to see you. Fine. All the very best, guys. Okay. So we teach it only for 150 hours, and we have seen, practicing CPAs and CAs, completing it in like 2 weeks, just like that. And we have so many CPA students also who are taking up EA. So all the very best for you, because once you become EA, you are 50% CPA mentally, seriously, because regulation paper, it is completely about EA only. And then if you are somebody from finance background, I mean, you ask any CPA qualified person, he will tell you the most easiest paper is BEC. So regulation and BEC, you are 50% through. So the toughest paper is FAR, right? Financial accounting and reporting. So maybe you have to put more efforts on accounting and auditing a little. That's all, and you will be a CPA soon, right? So it'll be a good start. Do yourself some good this Dashera, right? Happy Dashera to each one of you. God bless you. And in case you have any questions, thoughts, comments to make it still better, please feel free to call our landline number or WhatsApp. That's my number directly, 994-957-9091. Or you can also write to us, ea@ileadtax.com. And please do like and subscribe to our YouTube channel also, so that whenever we go live, we come up with notification. Right? Thank you very much. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Good night.